In this video, we're going to talk about the difference between stocks and options. Now, both stocks and options are pretty easy to trade nowadays on most trading platforms. And there's lots of differences between stocks and options. But what I want to do in this video is focus on one of the central differences. And this concept is so important to understand. And I'm quite surprised when I meet people who don't really grasp this idea. And so I wanted to dedicate this video just to talking about this one central difference between stocks and options. And it has to do with game theory. Now, game theory is the study of strategy. And what it does is it looks at your potential actions and the actions of your competition as if they were moves on a chessboard. And so you look at everybody's moves, and what you're trying to do is optimize your outcome. So under this framework of game theory, activities like trading options are known what is called a zero-sum game. And that's the central idea, that options are a zero-sum game. And this is important to realize because trading stocks is not a zero-sum game. So what do I mean by that? Trading options, when you trade an option, what happens with every option contract is that one party wins and one party loses every single time. That's what a zero-sum game is. Someone always wins and someone always loses. Now, that's not the case when you trade stocks. Because if you think about it, if you were to give money to a company and the company were to take that money and do really well, then the company wins and you win. It's a win-win situation because the company gets more profits and you're going to get paid out higher dividends. Now, trading stocks could also be a lose-lose situation because the company could do poorly and you could do poorly. But the important distinction here is that options work differently. Options are a zero-sum game because someone always wins and someone always loses. And that's different from what happens with stocks. So let's talk about how this plays out. If you're thinking of buying an option, you're thinking of purchasing this option contract because you're going to make money off the transaction. And what you have to realize is that there's somebody else sitting across the table from you who is selling you this option contract. And this other person also thinks they're going to make money on the transaction. So here you are, and you think you're going to make money, and they think they're going to make money, and only one of you can be right. Because one of you is going to win, and one of you is going to lose. And so you have to ask yourself some very deep questions. What is it that makes you think you're going to win and they're going to lose when they think the exact opposite? Are you that much smarter than this other person? Are you that much better at trading options than this other person that you're going to win and they're going to lose? These are very deep questions that you should be asking yourself if you're trading options. And it's a very different situation than what you find when you trade stocks. So that's it. I just wanted to talk through the central idea that options are a zero-sum game. So in the next video, we're going to continue talking about options. And I'm going to cover some of the basics, some of the fundamental ideas you need to understand to unlock the power of options.